Hello guys, and welcome back to Season 2 of Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 TNA. We are at the Against All Odds pay-per-view, and here are our ratings for our last Impact. We got a 2.04 on Destination America, that's up from a 2.02 on last week, on the week before, and then got a 4.453, which is down on Spike from a 4.54. TNA Against All Odds. Jeff Hardy is injured with an infected stomach, which is why I haven't been using him in any pre-show matches or any other matches since then. And we have 5 pre-show segments and I think 19, if I'm right. Yeah, 19 regular segments. So let's get it started. We're in the PA Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tonight. In a bout that had solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat, Kenny Doane defeated Tigre Uno in 8 minutes 30 seconds by pinfall with a sky-high leg drop. 46D, match was too long given who was involved. Just trying to get Kenny Doane over, giving him wins over people like Tigre Uno, Homicide, Shark Boy. Just jobbing people out to him, hoping to get him over. Then we see Bad Influence defeating Samuel Shaw and Lashley in 7 minutes 45 seconds when Kazarian defeated Samuel Shaw by pinfall with a fade to black. Of course, Bad Influence have great chemistry together, good action, not much in the way of heat. Then we see Kamara defeating Eric Young and DJZ in 10 minutes 25 when Kamara defeated DJZ by pinfall with the Kamara's Rage. Again, trying to get Kamara over. 59C rating. In a match that has some good action but not much in the way of heat. No skill improvements, that's disappointing. Then we see Tyrus defeating Homicide in 826 by pinfall with the Fall of Humanity. Getting Tyrus over too. Need to get him over considering I'm using him in a storyline soon. Well, I debuted him in the storyline last week on Impact, last episode. And then the final pre-show match, we see the Motor City Machine Guns defeating the Bromans in 15-14 when Alex Shelley defeated Robbie E by pinfall with a Made in Detroit. Chris Sabin was off his game, and both teams displayed excellent chemistry together, teaming together. It's good. And then this is fantastic. 84B plus rating. Kurt Angle, Austin Aries come out, say they found their tag team partner and they won't reveal who it is. Jarrett and Galloway come out trying to get Kurt Angle and Austin Aries to reveal who their tag partner is, but they won't. A big argument, going back and forth on the microphone. They brawl. Whole host of staff hit the ring to break them up. Kurt Angle was superb, working without a script. Austin Aries improvised well throughout the segment. Jarrett struggled when going off script, and Kurt came out of this looking excellent. That's great. No skill improvements, 84B plus. Great way to open the show. And then we are terrible right here. 46D. Sonata had major problems due to the language barrier. Sonata looked lost out there. James Storm looked good. Again, James Storm is just typing up the higher power that's coming. I wanted to see how these guys would do when they're all technically being rated on entertainment. Apparently, because of Sonata, it was not great. Other than Sonata being language problems in this location and all that, overall good. Sonata has a poor gimmick, might need to change that. Then in a match that has good action but not much in the way of heat, the Revolution defeated the Model Citizens in 1343 when James Storm defeated Rob Terry by pinfall. I took the Model Citizens name from 21 Maxwell. It makes sense with these two. They're British, they're regal and elegant and good etiquette and whatnot. Thanks 21 Maxwell for the name inspiration from your TNA series on his channel, 21 Maxwell. Search that in the YouTube bar. If you don't want me using this name, I understand, and just comment in one of my videos. And then James Storm, Abyss, Manic, and Sonata continue and attack the Model Citizens after the match, getting the Revolution some momentum. And a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Kenny King defeated Carlos Colon Jr. in 16 minutes 29 seconds by pinfall with a Royal Flush. Kenny King makes defense number 2 of his TNA X Division title. Match was too long. Both were penalized for stamina. 52D plus match. Disappointing match between those two. Then next we see Magnus, who has an interview by Jeremy Borash in which he goes off on a rant about how much he hates Bram. And then in a match that has some good action but not much in the way of heat, Magnus defeated Bram in 16-16 by pinfall with a handful of tights. Bram was off his game. Bram was visibly tying towards the end, but Bram and Magnus have great chemistry when facing each other, so they got a 64. Now that Magnus beat Bram with a handful of tights, so it's not a clean victory, there's still room to continue the storyline or end it now. I think I'm going to continue it, have Bram go over in the end game, see if I can get Bram a push. And then the match is over and Bram is left down. Magnus is celebrating, but then stops and sees his opponent still on the ground. He attacks and beats him into the canvas. 50D plus, disappointing rating. And we saw Terrell defeat Eve Torres in that match. I accidentally skipped over it, going too quick. We'll see the rating at the end of the show. But Awesome Kong, after Terrell beat Eve to retain the title, Awesome Kong comes down, attacks Terrell, beating Terrell down into the mat. Got a 96 rating on Awesome Kong's gimmick. That's good. 53 C- rating on the segment. Then Anderson and Joe come down to the ring. Well, Anderson comes down to the ring, says he's gonna make Joe. He's gonna incapacitate Joe because they're in a last man standing match. And Joe comes out saying he's gonna do the same to Anderson. They have a big argument, going back and forth on the microphone before things take a violent turn and they start brawling. And they go right into the match, which got a 74 B-, and about to feature great action and average heat. Samoa Joe defeated Mr. Anderson in a last man standing match in 25 minutes, 26 seconds when Mr. Anderson could not beat the 10 count. This essentially takes Anderson out of this feud and probably drops him down the card a bit, putting people over. He's like 38 now. Just use him to put some people over like Joe and others. Then a video airs hyping Adam Cole. They got a 56 C-, just like the regular videos that we do for him. He's still out injured with his shoulder injury. And then in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, the Wolves defeated London and Kendrick in 17 minutes, 23 seconds when Davey Richards defeated Paul London by pinfall with a DR Driver 2. The Wolves make defense number 2 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Both teams showed excellent chemistry. 74 B-. Both Brian Kendrick and Paul London are improving in something that's good. Then we get an 82 B. They are doing an opening segment to their match, which continues next. They're both saying that they're going to win and whatnot. The match itself gets a 78 B. And about that featured great action and average heat. John Hennigan defeated Bobby Roode in 25 minutes, 15 seconds by pinfall with a running knee to the face after Eve Torres interfered. John Hennigan wins the TNA World Heavyweight title. It's good. Then 84B plus, Hennigan must really be over. Just for him, because this is solely rated on overness. Having just won a match by dubious means, Hennigan snatches a newly won title belt and scrambles back up the ramp, holding the belt aloft when he's at the top. Then Aries and Angor saying they found out they are still that the entire world is going to find out who their partner is next. Both improvised well throughout the segment. That's nice. And then 74 B-, the main event is. That's the main event. And then AJ Styles returns. Yay! About to feature great action and average heat. Kurt Angle, Austin Aries, and AJ Styles defeated The Authority, Jeff Jarrett, Drew Galloway, and Ethan Carter III in 25 minutes, 26 seconds when AJ Styles defeated Jeff Jarrett by pinfall with a Styles Clash. AJ debuted his hero gimmick and it's got an initial 94 rating. That is the end of the show, and we got a 77B. That's great. Let's make the speeches. We go AJ, praise for a great performance. Kurt, praise for a great performance. And John Hennigan, praise for a great performance. Let's make the speeches, and this will be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave a comment, like, subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. Bye, guys.